Michael awoke one bitter January morning to find a small, handwritten note tucked under his blanket, along with a steaming cup of coffee. The note read, "You are not invisible. Don't give up." For months, Michael had drifted through the streets, unseen and forgotten by the world around him. That piece of paper was the first human connection he'd felt in what seemed like forever. Michael wandered into the public library, seeking shelter from the cold. Sitting at a dusty computer, he searched for food banks, job opportunities, anything that could give him a lifeline. His fingers hovered over the keyboard, trembling, not from the cold this time, but from fear, until he remembered the note. "Don't give up," he whispered to himself. At the shelter, he landed a part-time position in the kitchen, working overtime cleaning dishes and mopping floors. Days turned into weeks, and little by little he began piecing his life together. Michael often passed a local gym, its windows fogged with the sweat and determination of people working hard to change their lives. He paused one evening, watching through the glass as a woman lifted a barbell. She stumbled, dropping the weight, but instead of giving up, she picked it up again. The scene struck him. If she could struggle and fight her battles out loud, why couldn't he? With the last of his savings, Michael signed up for a 1-month membership. The gym became his sanctuary. It wasn't just about lifting weights or running on a treadmill. It was about lifting the weight of his own shame and running toward a future he thought was gone forever. He didn't just grow stronger physically, he rebuilt his sense of self. A gym coach named Elena took notice of Michael's drive. She never pried, but she always showed up to spot him during his toughest lifts, cheering him on as though he were destined for greatness. "You've got more in you than you realize," she told him one day. And Michael dared to believe her. Months passed, and Michael's transformation was undeniable. Not just in his body, but in his spirit. He began applying for jobs with the confidence of someone who deserved a place in the world. His persistence paid off when he landed a position as a junior manager at a local hardware store. It wasn't glamorous, but to Michael, it felt like winning the lottery. Slowly but surely, he saved enough to rent his first apartment. Every morning, he kept the small note that saved him taped to his mirror. One day, during his shift, an older man walked into the store. He looked worn and weary, his eyes carrying the same weight Michael once knew all too well. Michael approached him, offering food from the employee break room and a warm smile. "Don't give up," he said softly, passing the torch of hope to someone who needed it, just as it had once been given to him. Michael's story is a testament to the power of small acts of kindness and the resilience living dormant within us all. It's a reminder that even at our lowest, the smallest ember of hope can reignite a roaring flame. Sometimes, all it takes is one moment, one note, or one stranger to remind us of our worth. Now, take a moment and ask yourself, who might need your kindness today? You never know whose life you're about to change by simply letting them know they matter.